Andy Jassy, Amazon CEO, dropped the bomb a short while ago and told employees that they had to be in the office 5 days a week. But now he's facing the fallout as employees are fighting back. Later in the video, I'll show you how you can make a backup plan so you can work on your terms. But first, let's see how Amazon employees have reacted since the bomb dropped.
According to the anonymous job review site Blind, 73% of Amazon workers are considering quitting in response. Blind polled over 2,500 verified Amazon professionals one day after Jassy sent out the RTO memo. Over 90% of Amazon's workers are dissatisfied with the company's new in-office policy, and a third said they know coworkers who have handed in their resignation because of the announcement. Fortune similarly found in its own investigation that employees are rage applying for new jobs and already interviewing for more flexible roles elsewhere. One respondent said she was hired during the pandemic with the understanding that there was no expectation to return to Amazon's offices. But last week, she was working from home when her husband forwarded her a link to the news. She told Fortune, quote, "At first, I didn't quite believe it. After all, who expects to get career-altering news from a news article instead of your employer?"
Okay, so Amazonians are furious and understandably so. But I don't advise rage quitting or rage applying, especially in this job market. Instead, my advice is to be strategic about your plan to look for a work environment that suits your requirements. Let's look at one website that can help you do that. So here's a nice little tool that I found called Flex Index. You can go to the flexindex.com website, and I'll put the link in the description below as well to use this tool. This site benchmarks metrics against peers and other trends so you can figure out what companies are offering in terms of their work style. So let me go down and just scroll down and enter company name. Let's try Google. Just type it into the search box. Click search. And you can see here that if I scroll down here, you can see that for Google, it highlights what the requirements are in terms of the specific days of a week that you would need to go into the office if you worked at Google. So it's a really nice little tool to quickly see what companies are requiring their employees to do. Let's take a look at another company. I'll check out Dell since I had made another video on Dell previously and how they're trying to color code their employees with badges and so on. And here you see Dell Technologies. They require minimum days a week, and that's 3 days a week, which is about standard for tech companies these days. This is a nice tool that lets you search for companies that let you work the way you want to work. So for example, if I wanted to search for a company that allowed some flexibility to work from home, I could search for minimum days a week. And then let's say I'm interested in technology companies. And then let's say I prefer to work at larger companies. I could select employee size, let's say of over 5,000 people. And then you can see over here all of the companies that pop up that fit my requirements. And there's ServiceNow, there's eBay, there's DocuSign, Zoom, and so on. Okay, so it's a great tool that you can leverage if you're not getting to work the way you want to at your current workplace, and your efforts of providing the information in a nice way to your management chain doesn't work. Well, it doesn't hurt to keep an eye open on other companies. Now, personally, I think flexibility isn't just a perk, it's a necessity. And if the job market changes in future in favor of employees, I would expect to see companies become even more flexible. And companies should know that if they want to retain their absolute best people, they need to listen and to adapt. But what do you think? Have things changed at your workplace? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And thanks for watching The Clueless Employee. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and sign up for my free newsletter for tips on how you can level up your work game. Until next time, stay savvy.